Chief Rabbi Mervis, Rabbi Dweck, Rabbi Janner Klausner, Israel's Charge d'Affaires Eitan Naeh, former Ambassador Matthew Gould, our guest speaker, David Horowitz, the Rubin Foundation, the sponsor of this evening's event, founded by David and Simon Rubin and their families. Distinguished friends and guests, welcome. I want to take this opportunity to thank, on behalf of the community, Matthew Gould, who, as British ambassador to Israel, made an invaluable contribution to ties between these two countries. At a time when some segments of our society were calling for boycott, divestment, and sanctions, Matthew oversaw and encouraged a huge growth in business, technological, academic, cultural ties between Israel and Britain. He always went out of his way to help UJIA, and we wish him the very best of luck in his new post in the Cabinet Office. This summer, my son went on Israel tour. And as was the case with his sister 3 years ago, we read with great enthusiasm and excitement the daily emails that came that discussed his itinerary and his curriculum that were sent to us by the tour organizers. He was immersed in the history and geography of the land, delved in the complexity of its security situation, and got introduced to the complicated political and social environment. When he got off the plane that Sunday morning at Luton Airport, he beamed, "Dad, I had such an amazing time." I got a deeper experience of Israel and a deeper appreciation. On the car ride home, we discussed some difficult issues: the settlements, the situation with the Palestinians. He wrestled with the risks of trading land for peace, unsure that such a gesture would achieve the desired results. But he came back educated, he came back engaged, and with an expanded social sphere. Unprompted, he said, "Dad, whatever UJIA is doing, keep on doing it." Well, I want to tell you whatever it is that UJIA is doing, and I want to tell you why we're going to keep on doing it. What UJIA is doing is securing the future of this community and the people in Israel. We work to secure the future of this community where assimilation and indifference threatens our vitality, and we work to secure the future of Israel, particularly those in the margins and those left behind. We're all worried about the disengagement today with Jewish life. We're worried about a political atmosphere, a cultural atmosphere where we're uncomfortable expressing our pride at being Jewish and our unflagging support for Israel. UJIA, with its partners in the youth movements, schools, synagogues, UJS, and Maccabi, delivers compelling and transforming programs and experiences which deepen our young people's affiliation with Jewish life, with the community, and with Israel. We work with 12,000 young people ages 11 to 26 every year with our youth movements, our long and short Israel experiences, and our campus work. And we build community linkages, and we build the leaders of tomorrow. In the past 10 years, we've sent more than 10,000 teenagers to Israel. We've graduated 4,000 people from gap year programs. We have funded 2,000 people on Israel Birthright, and we've created 40 Jewish societies at mainstream secondary schools. Our activities are so vital, so intrinsic to the functioning of the community that they are often overlooked. And among our most important activities, which is overlooked, is training the leaders of tomorrow. The kids who go on tour, many become madrichim, and they take camp the next year. The year after that, they take tour. On campus, they're active in the JSOCs and UJIA, and a few of them, after graduation from university, lead the movements. When I did my usual exit interview after tour, this time with Jimmy's friends, I uniformly heard that the Madrichim were great, that they made it. And I'm convinced that among those who disembarked from the plane at Luton that Sunday morning were not only future flag wavers for Israel, but the future leaders of Jewish Care, of Norwood, of CST, and WJR. This time last year, I stood in front of you thanking you for your generosity and your gracious contribution of £250,000 to the people of the south of Israel affected by the Gaza conflict. This community will always stand behind Israel in times of emergency. But we need to, and UJIA is there for the long haul. We want to secure Israel's future too. Of course, we want to see Israel at peace with her neighbors and within secure borders. But we are equally concerned with what goes on within those borders. And securing Israel's future also means raising education attainment, narrowing the gaps in the socioeconomic sphere, and increasing employment among disadvantaged populations. We've been working for more than 10 years in the Galil to create futures for people who otherwise would have none. And you're going to learn more about that this evening. I would be remiss if I didn't at least touch upon the tragedy that we're all witnessing in the news and in the newspapers, which is the refugee crisis in Europe today. The sights of human misery are truly desperate, and I know that this community will open up its hearts and its hands to those in need. And we will always ensure that in our lifetime and in the future, there won't be a Jewish refugee, and support of Israel is the best guarantor of that. I want to thank you for all being here tonight. I want you to feel like you're part of something special, something securing the future, and that together we'll continue to make our mark on the Jewish story. Thank you.